both of you, whoever would like to start. As a seller, how would I articulate those things to a person who is also concerned? Like, and when I say a person is maybe a client or customer who are concerned about, okay, but that's good. But what happened to the people who are already working? What happened to their jobs? So how exactly you try to create or provide a position on that side?
Kumaran, you want to answer that?
Mhm.
Uh, Let me think about that. I'm thinking
See,
for.
the thing is, it's
I've been.
displacing of jobs by AI is going to be a threat. And as an amateur historian, I have to say this is not the first time we are experiencing that.
Yes.
Horse carts gave way to automobiles. What happened to all the people that was driving the horse cart? What happened to all the typists when the computers, stenographers and typists when the computers came?
Mhm.
So I think this is the natural order of technology. Only thing is, Gen AI seems so powerful that it can displace some jobs that we thought AI could never do, which is human creativity, human reasoning, human ability to create something, connect the dots. These were things we never thought computers could do. So that way, poses a much bigger threat to jobs than anything else. But I would use this too. So productivity has always been a challenge in the corporate world. There is enough studies. You can look at Brinhofsen's study from MIT, right? Yes, every time a new technology comes, productivity doesn't increase as much as they thought it would,
Mhm.
because of the way change management, all of those things come into play. So there's a famous case. It took almost 40 years for the factories to come up with the electric motors when electricity came. When electricity came for the first time, they just replaced all the old motors with belts with a single electric motor at the front of the factory, replacing the steam based motor. So this is how change works. So I believe that this, because of generative AI's ability, that it's not going to take 40 years, it's going to be, that time period is going to get crunched. So not only is it a big threat, it is also coming at us very fast. So it might be a very stressful situation for many of us. And it
Yes.
is going to take away some jobs. So,
So there are
So,
other situations like
hmm,
Saurabh. You have been in, you do a lot of consulting with customers, right?
hmm.
Okay. Um, how much time in 40 hours would you actually spend meeting customers, different stakeholders? Like they have existing systems, right? One of your jobs will be understanding their existing systems, how it is, how is it designed, what are the constraints, like that. You have to interview them, talk to them, look at them, right? How much time would you spend in a week, like out of 40 hours? Roughly 20%, 30%,
Yeah, max 20%. Yes.
20% you spend.
Hmm.
Now, this is the interesting question. So 20% is roughly 8 hours. Okay. How much time do you spend getting those 80 hours? How much time do you wait before you get the 8 hours?
More than double, maybe.
That's all. When you say 8 hours, I think it will be at least 2 to 3 people, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
On an average, you would have waited at least 3 days for each of them,
Mm. Makes
roughly.
sense. Yes. Hmm.
Sometimes it's more, right? That means your waiting time was 9 hours to get a 8 hour work done.
8 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get
Mm.
frustrated in those 9 hours?
Of course.
Did your energy increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Great.
Mm.
So at the beginning of the engagement, whatever enthusiasm you had, it went out by a person just waiting for that guy to come. And finally, when that guy showed up, whatever energy you had, it is gone down.
Yes.
Right? So is Saurabh the same X being there when the actual meeting happening, or it is Saurabh minus minus or something? Correct?
Yes.
Imagine this for an organization. Now I'll get to the point. Now that you've understood this scenario,
Mm.
now let's say there is a Gen AI solution where you don't have to wait. You can start doing your work from day one. there is a digital twin of the person who you wanted. It represents that person's wisdom, the system's wisdom, and you can start talking to it. It can only not talk to Saurabh. All the consultants who wants to interact with them, that can talk to them. Who lost any job? Did anyone lose a job?
No, but I'm
Is
still
everybody
thinking.
more enthusiastic? Is
Yes.
everybody more enthusiastic?
Hmm.
Is the stakeholder on that side not getting bored explaining the same stupid interface and thing to 50 different vendors?
Hmm.
Think of his plight. He There is a RFP, four people are coming. He has to explain the same stupid requirement to four different people.
Hmm.
He will be finished. He won't have any energy to do his work at the end of the week. I have done that, been there.
Hmm.
Who lost their job? Nobody. In fact, proper Gen AI solutions will increase productivity of people. The vendors will work better. The guys who are providing will work better. In fact, it will increase productivity.
Hmm.
So this is why I was thinking, these kind of situations is where we need to look at Gen AI. There is no question of it eliminating a job.
That's a good point. I think those are some of the things which are not generally highlighted. It's more fear mongering that it will replace us rather than taking it as a tool which can assist us in kind of optimizing our productivity. And again, as I think you mentioned, and
So this
Sukumar,
is what in
yeah.
Tiny Magic we call it as performance under supplies.
Hmm.
It's not very intuitive. So you were below par performance because of waiting.
Hmm.
That person is explaining to you, gives below par performance when he's explaining to you. God forbid if you are the fourth vendor doing the meeting.
Hmm.
You are not going to get all the information. Okay, so all these performance under supplies get removed.
Good, good. So basically, what you're saying at this point is, as a seller, you